We have special news, special guest. Maria, you want to do the honors?
Who needs the ANC when we've got the... I tried to contain my excitement, so I'm going to release all my energy now. The one, the only, the superstar, the super talented Flavour! Or as I like to call him, Tonight Flavour.
Oh, yeah, Luma.
Or some girls call every night Flavour.
Every night.
Hey, that's a good one.
Every night Flavour.
I just want to ask something though. So there's a hotel I see at Onuru. Is it yours? There's like this huge poster and everything.
Yes, sir.
It's your hotel.
Yeah.
So I can go there and say Flavor's my guy.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
so, okay.
Will we get free? Will we get a free stay if we say that?
Flavor's our guy.
Yes.
If you say that, you might.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay.
But unfortunately, all the rooms are booked up. Ladies are there waiting.
But seriously, on social media, why are you called Tonight Flavour?
Like, tonight is my brand, you know. Like,
Okay.
From the east, like where I come from.
Okay.
They call me Nabania, you know.
What does that mean?
That means tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
why tonight? It's like it means something sexual. I mean,
Well,
that's what it sounds. That's what it sounds like.
no means the Flavour's playing the show tonight. I mean,
Oh.
you know, he's going to be playing tonight at this venue.
No, I had this song, like,
Okay.
my first single was called Nabania.
Okay.
You know, so in the song I used to, I will always say everything will happen this night. You know, so now people started calling me Nabania.
Okay.
And they put that to my name, Flavour Nabania. So
Okay.
the translation in English is like tonight.
Okay.
So tonight Flavour falls into everything.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
If you have any questions for Flavour, we're not going to be throwing questions at him. You can hit us up on social media. We put it out there. He's with us, and he's going to be talking about the brand new album as well, which is out already. What's the name of the album, Flavour?
It's called The Jelly the Traveler.
Okay, just give us a little what Ijele for those who don't maybe who are not from the eastern part of the world.
Okay, yeah, Ijele is a masquerade. It's the biggest masquerade. You know,
Okay.
Yeah, ever.
Wow.
You know, if he comes out, nothing's happening anymore. Like, he takes the whole
Like
show.
special location. Like.
Yeah.
So is it something scary? It sounds scary to me.
It's not. It's
Okay.
like, it's tradition.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's the title of the album. I got that on set of Professor John Bull.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
I was working with Canario, the professor himself.
Okay.
So, and, you know, in the movie we're talking about, like, I came all the way from Lagos to Enugu in search of a name, a title, you know, for my new work. And I'm like, Professor, you're well learned, you know, tell me something, give me a name, you know. So he came up with the name. In the movie was actually that, the sojourner, the traveler. So I was like, yeah, fits into everything. So that was how they...
Okay. Speaking of traveling now, for those who don't know, because you don't really give many interviews.
Yes, we've been looking forward to this. You know how we've been looking forward to this.
So, for those who don't know who the journey, speaking of the traveling, which is you talking about on the album, give us a little history of how you got started from back in the day in Enugu and other places.
Yeah, I started out as a drummer way back when I was 13 years old, a church drummer, you know. So from there, I had this passion. It was all about drumming for me. I would always come to the church, you know, outside church service, and then disturb everybody with my drumming. And then one day my pastor came to me and said, you know what? I have this friend of mine, he just came back from the States. He's looking for young talents to groom.
Okay.
You know, so if you want it, you can go for a shot, you know, go there and see what it's like. So I went there and they asked me to play what I knew. I just did my thing. It was all about church music at that time, like, you know, Thanksgiving, worship and all that. You know, so I did my thing and it was not up to standard like they were operating at that time. You know, so, but I had to do my thing, but they saw the passion, they saw the drive in me. So he told me if music was what I really wanted to do, like he was gonna help me out, like put me on with that, you know. So I started out with them, I played with them, I played with the band, they gave me a scholarship to study music up to university level.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that was how everything started out for me. So from then, drums to the piano, to the guitar, to backup vocals, you know.
So was it something that you always wanted to do, or was it that you suddenly realized, look, I'm so talented, I might as well do it? Or
No,
did you always
it's something I always wanted to do, but you know, when you want to do something, you don't know how far it's going to take you.
True.
At the time I started, I was never thinking about becoming Flavour, a brand, having all these songs and having all the fans and all, you know, all that. It was all about music, just to learn this craft, to, you know, which is in me, to develop this talent, you know. That was what everything was about. So, but as time went on, it was, you know, the dream started becoming clearer, you know, with events and so many things happening. So I started seeing myself, you know, on that platform.
So you think that's missing now? People don't learn the craft anymore.
Yeah, they don't. It's all about, most of them though.
Yeah.
Now it's all about the swag, like, you know, yeah.
Social media,
Social media.
Instagram, you know, posing.
Any name?
We don't see you posing with cash. Why is that? Because you're hiding your money.
Exactly.
No. Yeah, my craft is not about showing off.
Okay.
You know.
You're lying because you show off your body now. Like
You're
topless on
my
your
body
social
is part
media.
of my
part of the craft, yeah.
I have to show it off, you know.
Okay.
It's part of the whole go.
Can you translate go? What is
It's part of everything.
Okay, go is everything.
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means you can't be free. So that means you can never put on weight, lose weight. You have to always be like really buff and toned. Is that pressure on you?
No. It's part of me. Like, I enjoy. I've been doing this for so long, you know. So it's not something I just started doing. Or I want to show off six pack. Then I'm going to the gym because of, you know, just to show off six pack. No, I hit the gym because I know I need it, you know, in my craft. I need to stay fit. I need to look, you know, sexy for my female fans. I need to look strong as a man, you know, defend myself, you know, at any time, you know what I mean.
Are you planning on that? Are you something we don't know? Are you going to meet Boko Haram?
No. You know, so.
So speaking of speaking of the word traveler, so we know that they love you around Africa and around various parts of the world. Did you ever? Are you surprised that your music travels, you know, around Africa? Did you, or when you're making the music in the studio, you're like, alright, you know what? I'm making it not just for Nigeria. I'm making it for everyone. Or were you just making it for Nigeria and then it suddenly traveled?
No, I you know, like when I started making these sounds, you know, it was not, I wasn't thinking about any region.
Oh, wow.
I was just doing my thing, you know. I remember the first time I saw this, you know, where they called me for a show in Kenya. That was like up to 5 years now, 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah, it was a nice show.
Yeah, so at that time, that was my, like, the first time I went out to see what my music is causing everywhere. So it was like, you know, a great experience for me, like, you know, something you never expected, and then you see I sing with my, you know, local dialect. I mix it up with pidgin, you know, but I see this thing, the sound, like, it's traveling everywhere. They don't know what I'm saying, they're singing along, they're just doing it anyhow, you know. So I never thought it was gonna go that far. I was just making music, you know. Now it's everywhere. So
I have to confess, Flavour, that night in Nairobi, I used your name to bring all the girls back to.
What did you
remember we had the apartments opposite each other.
Yes.
So your apartment wasn't mine. You notice there were more girls in mine than yours. And I told them that this is your apartment.
So after you used his name, what were you bringing the ladies for?
I had to start singing now.
What were you bringing?
We were singing. Flavour was singing.
Oh,
yeah, we were singing. We
see.
performed for them.
Okay. So when they realized that, I see. Woo! All right. So speaking of ladies and private show, you knew we were gonna ask about this. So you are quite the ladies' man, Mr. Flavour. It seems all the ladies love you. They chase you, want to have your children and stuff.
Does that include you?
Excuse me. I'm a professional. I'm a professional.
Murray, is that makeup you have on?
Answer the question.
Excuse me.
Okay.
I'm a professional. Can I just continue with my job?
Yeah,
Thank you very much. Yes, so, let me forget. Okay, so do you see yourself,
Is it Flavour?
do you see yourself as like some kind of sex icon? What's the word? Or
Sex symbol.
sex symbol.
Do you think he likes going to the gym?
Yeah.
Flavour right up here at home, just chilling.
Well, it's there for the people, you know, to say that.
Okay.
For me, I just put in work, you know. That's what I do. If I put in work and you see the work I put in, you know. Yeah, being sexy is not just forcing it on yourself. You don't force it.
Don't force it.
You don't force
Let
it.
them know. Hey.
It's not even by.
That's the best line of this interview.
So-
That's the best line of this interview.
Be
It's not even
sexy.
by going to the gym all the time. It's inside. You know, it radiates from the inner part of the body. You know.
The gongo.
Yeah.
You go.
Get it right.
I'm trying to, Ali.
Gongo is food.
Gongo. Oh, okay.
Gongo is food, I mean.
Yeah.
It's the gongo.
The gongo. Oh, okay.
Don't confuse people.
I'm sorry.
The gongo.
The gongo.
All right, you're gonna ask about. I mean, a lot. If we didn't ask a question, first of all, someone asking about signing up to your record label. Are you taking anybody on in the near future or now? What's happening? What's the plan?
Yeah, for now there's nothing like that because the industry, the music industry in Africa is not properly set up. Any record label will find it difficult to operate, you know, after some time. You know, but I'm hoping when things change, we'll all go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You made a statement sometime, I think earlier this year or last year, about when you marry, your career dies. You still sticking by that?
Of course.
People asking, are you married? Yes or
Yeah.
no?
Are you married,
No,
Flavour?
no.
A lot of people say the opposite, that you married in secret.
Yeah, they say that a lot because of you know, so many things happen, you know, around.
What kind of things are these? What kind of things are happening around you?
They say so many things.
Okay.
So many things are happening.
Okay.
So like they're judging, like, you know,
Okay.
putting one and two together.
Okay.
For me, I stick with what I said before. I'm not saying marriage is not a beautiful thing, you know, it is.
Because I mean, you make a lot of money from weddings.
Sure, it is a beautiful thing. But for a musician that is going somewhere, marriage is big enough to just take you off the line.
Okay.
It's as big as that. Except you don't see it that way. I come from a good home and I know what it's about. If you're a married man, you're gonna stay married. It's not getting married, it's equally staying married.
Okay.
You know, and staying married with your job by your side, you know, it's so difficult.
Is that because of temptation? Is that what you mean?
It's not just about temptation. It's
Okay.
about like your whole drive. As a man, you wake up in the morning. As a musician, also, you're thinking music, and then the kids are crying everywhere. You know, so you see,
Takes your focus off.
Yeah, it takes your focus off. People want to come to you. There are certain, you know, vibes that you need to flow in. There are certain people you need to flow with. And now, when you get married, you need to start cutting some people off because they're gonna distract your marriage. So a lot of things come into, you know, into the game. So you have to really look at what you're doing before you get going inside. You know, so for me, I tell myself the truth. I can't cope right now. I cannot. You know, give me a little time. Yes, I can. When I know, like, you know, in my heart,
So,
I can.
when you're ready, then will it be one of the two baby mamas you have? The two that we know?
Or will it be somebody new?
The two that we know?
I don't know.
Are there any other ones you don't know?
No. you know everything. You know, these days you can't hide nothing. You know. I'm hoping, but we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So one of them will be.
But are you dating? Are you in a even though you're not married? Are you in a relationship with somebody?
Nothing like that for now. I'm just
I
focusing.
don't know. I feel like you don't believe it. Do we believe him?
No.
You have to believe
We
it.
don't
believe
believe
it.
him.
You have to, because you see me every day. I'm in the studio. You need time for a relationship to work.
True.
You need a lot of time. And if you're not bringing in that time, you're deceiving yourself, both yourself and your partner.
True.
You know, so why would I want to deceive someone, like, you know, taking somebody, leading somebody on, and then I know I don't even have time. You know, so it's all about my music for now. You know, I take care of my kids.
Because if you're not in the studio, you're on the road, Abby.
Yes, so
That's what happens.
So,
And I have seen that. All right, we have Flavour. Any more questions for Mr. Flavour Nabanya in the building? Ijele the Traveler is the album. We played you Virtuous Woman. We're going to be playing you Baby Nayoka. These songs, have you written everything yourself?
I really like that one, Baby Nayoka. What does
Yeah.
that mean?
Baby Nayoka is like, you know, just a slogan for, you know, the hot-headed girls, you know, out there, like to enjoy themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, so
They like to party.
Yeah, likes to party.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
Is that all they like to do?
I don't
Am I
know.
missing something?
I mean the hot-headed ones.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but it's generally a groovy song.
Okay. And a very pretty girl in the video as well, Flavour. Good choice. You made a good choice on that lovely lady.
See, that's
No,
the
I
only
don't
thing
joke with the girls in the video.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, we've
He picked her especially from a lineup in Miami. I mean, how many did you choose from? Like, I mean, like 15 of them, I mean?
Like, no, it's not up to that.
Like
I'm
10 of
looking
them.
for one particular girl.
Yeah, okay.
So, like,
So you found okay.
So let's talk about one of the major songs in your career. Am I allowed to say the name on radio?
The song that made him broke out. Why Baby.
There we go. Okay, but that's not how the song
Yes,
goes.
I know. You have
That's the title.
That's the title one, so Why Baby.
I thought the
But
title
other
was-
people call it something else.
Oh, right, okay.
Because of the hook and the chorus.
So that's one of the songs that kind of took you all over the world. Like I know my Caribbean friends, they were singing it at the time. They still sing that song. They love that song. So were you surprised at the success of that song, and what was going through your mind when you wrote that? Because I'm sure you wrote it. So,
Yeah. I was surprised because, you know, the song is too, like, I did the first version, which is like it's slow. I did that, but when I was doing the next album, that's my third album, no, the second album, yeah. So I thought about, I did this song and it was slow. Why don't I bring it up to speed, you know?
Okay.
What I'm looking at is taking this local sound, refining it, and putting it out there for people to enjoy, you know.
So it was original Rex Lawson track.
Yeah, it's a lot of people did it.
Yeah, but you put a bit of calypso on it.
Yeah, put that dancehall beat
Yeah.
in it, and that was it. You know,
Yeah.
that took it international.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, so
So do you have to perform that song every time you have a concert?
it depends. I choose the songs I perform,
Oh,
you know,
really?
depending on the occasion.
Oh,
Yeah.
true,
okay.
true, true. Okay.
So speaking of performing, how much you charge now for sure?
Why do you all do that? Why do celebrities never like to answer this question? I don't
Because
understand.
it's not left for us to say.
Okay, so performance in Nigeria, performance outside Nigeria.
What's the take home after tax?
I think it depends. Like,
Is it more outside or less?
if you're doing a big concert outside, like a concert, it's a stadium show, like
Right.
in African countries and all that, yeah, it's bigger.
But they pay for your transportation, accommodation,
Everything,
and
like
your,
the whole budget
the
is
whole-
big. Because
yeah.
we're flying so many, my band is like, you know, so many.
Very
people.
true.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
We noticed that you're not at every single Nigerian show. And I'm sure it's not because they don't want you. So do you turn down a lot of shows here? Because you're not like...
I only
everywhere.
go for shows that they pay me. If you don't pay me, I'm not coming. Because I don't
Fantastic.
see what, yes, I don't see what I'm doing there. Like, I'm not being paid.
The breeze.
What about your fans now?
What do you mean, my fans?
What if they want to see you for free?
For free?
Yes.
I like that laugh.
I don't know how to explain that.
Okay, I have it. Someone told me that many years ago, back in Enugu, they paid you with yam tubes, yam tubers and eba and rice. Is it true?
It's true.
So you don't want to go back to that anymore?
No, I don't want. I'm not. You see.
So wait, did they tell you they're going to give you yam and plantain and,
No,
and rice?
They didn't tell me that. Back then it was whatever you see is what you take.
Okay.
We're not that time we're not looking at how much we're being paid.
Okay.
We're looking at getting ourselves out there.
Okay.
You know, so that was it. So when you get there, if they spray you, that's fine.
Okay.
You know, if they don't, you start looking for
So,
something
but
to.
when the guy told you he was going to give you food instead of cash, what did you say to him?
Yes.
Did you just say,
Were
okay,
you
thank
angry?
you?
I just said thank you. A lot of friends, and he told me, if you come to my event, there will be a lot of people. You know, but not that I will leave you empty-handed. I was thinking maybe empty-handed, you would leave me something
small,
like
on a
yeah.
small.
You know, no matter as bad as he bad. I thought I ain't bad fast. You know, but at least I you know, he came up with something.
Okay,
At least you ate food that month. There was food on the table.
Yes,
Literally.
So you don't want to tell us how much you get paid per show, but we assume that you are super rich, that you're very wealthy. Are we right?
Wealthy? You mean like physical cash or?
Assets,
In the
cash,
bank?
everything, yes.
No, I don't consider that as, you know, being wealthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you call yourself? Would you say that you've made it, you're rich, or you're just
comfortable, I
hustling,
mean.
just comfortable?
I see it as, you know, how many lives you end up impacting, because I'm here in this game not just to enjoy myself or to make all the money. It's also to give back, you know, because I know the greatest blessing is the talent and the grace to live up to the talent, you know, and go through everything and stand tall, you know. And now it's happening, so the only thing I can do is to give back and to appreciate everything. It's not about like making noise about the whole thing, like, you know, on social media and all that. You can do that if that's still your purpose of coming into the game.
Yeah.
My purpose is different, you know. I just want to impact lives differently, you know, take away stress off people, you know, make people happy. You know, that's all.
There's the young boy, you made his dreams come true, the one on your song Most High, the visually impaired boy. How did that come about?
Yeah, it's a blessing, you know. I didn't plan it, you know. It just came. I went to Liberia for a concert, you know. I had so many places to visit, and guess what? I was not supposed to go and see the boy because it was not part of my program. But Mastercraft went there earlier on because he also requested for Mastercraft. So Mastercraft went there earlier on.
Okay.
And then Mastercraft sent me pictures of this boy singing my songs.
Really?
You know, so I was touched and said, okay, I'm coming through. So at the end of my visit, I went there and it was a different kind of celebration, and I saw him singing my song. You know, not one, not two, saying everything. You know, so I was touched. I came to him, and when the moment I saw him and he was sitting on my laps, I knew it didn't end there. I knew it was gonna be. You know, so later on, I spoke to the people that was taking care of him. I told them my plans. I wanted him because he had this dream. He said, "I want to meet Mastercraft and Flavour."
Oh, wow.
And when I meet them, I know I'm gonna, do a song. And I asked him one question: Why do you like me? Because he likes me so much. He says so many things about me. He knows about my children. He knows about my songs. All the featured artists. He asks me their names, what they're doing at the moment. But I know. He knows so much about me. So I was like, why do you like me? I asked him. He said, I like your style. So I always believe that something can work out. So later on, he came through to Nigeria, and then we started in the studio and made that song. Shot the video the next day, and that was it.
That's good. Love it, love it. That's a lovely story. I like that, Flavour. That's a great way, a good note for us to end. Who would you like to work with that you haven't worked with so far? Any Nigerian artists?
So a lot of guys are doing so well now. So I would say I love to work with so many of them. It depends.
On time.
Yeah, on time. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good stuff.
So one more question: do you plan to have any more children?
Yeah. For now.
Well, why are you asking that?
I'm a journalist. It's my job.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
For now, no. For now, but in future, of course, I want to have, like, when you hear flavors, they're jealous. You understand what we're talking about.
Okay, great.
Does that mean all over Africa or what?
However it comes, children.
I spoke to many years ago at the Channel O Awards. I wouldn't say his name, but you know him very well. A very famous Nigerian artist. And we were at the cocktail of Channel O. Remember Channel O Awards? Yeah. And I saw him looking at one lady. We're both looking at her. And I caught his eye. I said, what are you thinking? He said, I'm thinking of having little soldiers all over Africa. Little soldiers all over Africa. I said, look, I said you better stop. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know who's he.
Okay, we'll tell you later.
Does the have children already?
Yes, plenty.
With kids?
I don't know.
It's him.
Flavour. No, it's not. It's many years ago. Any shout outs to family, friends, and fans out there? Go ahead, my man.
Yeah, I want to say to all the fans, to all the supporters, I want to say big thank you to you guys. You guys have been wonderful all through. And I want to say this prayer to you. I wish you every good thing in life. I wish you most of all peace of mind. Bless.
Love you, man. Thank you, my man. Flavour, Most High, and Baba Nayoka. Stick with us now. ANC coming later. Victor as well with the news. It's all happening here on a wonderful Wednesday.